Hi there, welcome to another week of Counter-Strike game and skin market update. This is Skinomics2, and this video covers the 14th to 20th of April 2025. Happy Easter everyone! A quick word from our sponsor CS Money before we dive in. Go to trade mode, easily find the skin you want, and trade it in a few seconds. You can fund your purchases via your skins or a variety of methods. For something different, big discount on skins, you should definitely try the market mode. It is peer-to-peer, so it means you can find very good deals there. You can sell your skins instantly as well to cash out. Follow the link in the description and start trading skins the best way. Let's start this week with an update to the Shanghai Stickers. We saw a couple of position switches between the different capsules, but the overall trend remains down in terms of ROI regardless. It is firmly unprofitable to be unboxing any of these capsules. Valve posted on Twitter that this will indeed be the last week for the Shanghai Stickers. The exact day for removal is unconfirmed. No matter which day, this again breaks the record for the longest sale of major stickers ever. If the stickers were to be removed on Wednesday, it would make 128 days. We have seen an exponential trend since 2019, however, this is probably the longest Valve can make these sales, given the semi-annual major schedule. Looking at the Armory pass now, the Elemental Craft stickers have stood out to be the only profitable redemption with the exception of the cases. The new Train collection is quite unpopular, hence its relatively low return. The Fever case also saw its price half since last week, although this is expected given the quantity of redemptions continue to increase. Now an update to the quantity of finishes from the Fever case. I have started tracking these myself from data off FloatDB. The bug to the abnormally high odds to both doppler and doppler gemstone finishes continue. I think it is pretty much confirmed at this point that Valve intends to keep these probabilities. Shifting to the results from the major qualifiers for the Austin Major. All stickers are now confirmed. Starting with Europe, we will see 5 new stickers in Aurora, Falcon, B8, BB, and Mesiport. Astralis and Gamer Legion, which were favourites to make it through, have fell at the qualifier stage. In the Americas, Emadi and Bestia are the new stickers for this major. The favourites in North America of Wildcard, Complexity, and NRG dominated, leaving no chance for any new stickers from the qualifiers. In Asia, Tyloo and LVG made it ahead of Rare Atom in the Chinese region, whilst FlyQuest comfortably took the Oceania spot. The contentious rest of Asia qualifiers saw Chigas Warriors took the only new sticker allocation for the wider region. Overall, we should see some interesting new stickers. New player signatures have slowly started being posted as well, although Valve is taking a firm stance against complicated non-hand-drawn designs. Additionally, for the tournament sticker, I expect to be something based on the mascot as shown on the bottom right. Unfortunately, as with every major, the teams that fail to secure sticker money from making the major face financial difficulties. This time, Spirit Scale Overdrive has reported 9Panda and Astralis are in challenging positions. Astralis has not made a major since 2021, whereas 9Panda had to pull out of the Shanghai major due to visa issues, despite making it in 2024. There was also a scandal involving Wildcard during the qualifiers. M80 player Swisher complained that Wildcard is supposed to play in the European qualifiers, as the team has 2 European players as well as 2 North American players. The rule states that they should play in the stronger region in this case. The caveat here is that Sonic, the 5th player, have spent his entire career in North America. Nevertheless, this is a controversial topic. Now onto another interesting graphic from BTrams. This shows a neural map that showcases team wins on Dust 2 for the entire history of CSGO and CS2. Nostalgic names including TSM and Envy still appear in the center, whilst teams like Na'Vi, NRP, and G2 are the biggest circles as expected. Finally, let's move on to our weekly craft idea. I have a cool electric breath craft for you this week. You can craft this on any skin with a long blank surface. The example shown here is the new USP from the Fever case. Start by placing a Last Man sticker over a Bolt Energy, then place a Fly High sticker on the right, as well as 2 Bolt charges on the left. The entire craft should set you back about $2 using Steam prices, so it is quite a cheap craft. Switching gears now to the market. The Skinomics2 index, which contains a list of items I used to represent the market, increased by another 0.44% this week. What was thought to be a crash 5 weeks back was just a dip, with the market almost recovering to all-time highs again. In a similar fashion, the eSport Fire index, which contains a list of 300 high-value liquid items, saw increases as well. As the market has disproportionately favoured higher tiered knives and gloves, this index has outperformed. Moving on to buff value of trade and trade volume data sourced from itrade.gg. We saw a spike in trading with the introduction of the new Armory Pass items, but the market has now calmed down again. With the total value and volume data sourced from Steam DT, we can see volume remaining at a high level and trending upwards. Note that the value of trade excluded yielding due to data errors this week, hence the sharp decline. Now, let's break the skin market movements down into categories. Starting off with knives and gloves, we have seen a continued increase to older doppler skins. However, others have remained relatively stable. Higher tiered weapon skins increased overall, with the Vulcan being a highlight in this category, shooting up by over 7% this week. Unfortunately, agents have experienced a very slight decline in the week. Last but not least, we saw the affordable weapon segment trending upwards, which reverses losses in this category in the weeks prior. Moving on, according to CS2 Case Tracker, case unboxing numbers remain extremely high at over 9 million unboxes in the past week. Peak daily player count have also remained at a high level at above 1.6 million. However, the unboxing numbers have favoured the new Fever case rather than older collections. Hence, non-active case prices have actually slightly declined. Active cases have endured another week of decline as well for the same reason. The Kilowatt case continues to crack under pressure from the newer cases. Let's now take a glimpse at this week's biggest winners and losers. In winners, we have an Astralis Gold due to the rumours of the team going bankrupt. We also have the Berlin Nuke souvenir package, which is one of the last packages with player signatures, as well as the souvenir MP7 Fade, which is from the Inferno collection. On the flip side in the losers, all three items are from the new Armory update. The Whiteout is from the Train collection, whilst the other two are both from the Fever case. This is normal behaviour for newly added items, especially given the overwhelming unboxing numbers. Onto the top trades of the week sourced from the skin trading site itrade.gg. We have had some very interesting trades this week. On buff, a next souvenir Dragon Lore took the top spot for a whopping $62,000. The second place was a Redline with 4 Ibo Power Hollows, whereas the third place was a 661 case hardened with 4 Titan Papers, selling for $49,000 and $46,000 respectively. On CS Float, the top spot was a tier 1 Blue Gem Karambit for $28,000, whereas the other two places were the usual Emerald Butterflies selling for their market price. Moving into game news, there were no updates this week again. In addition, there won't be any major updates in the next couple of weeks given that Valve is on their annual trip with their entire dev team, this time to Hawaii. Now onto the pro scene. The upcoming week will see 16 teams attending IEM Melbourne. I will be at the event doing a real life giveaway. Expect a video within the next few weeks. Feel free to say hi if you are also attending. I am quite excited for it. In other news, Falcons officially signed Monizzi in replacement for Dexter. G2, which lost Monizzi, added Hades on loan from Monty until the end of June. Tier 2 team Mercenaries disbanded. Akor, Perfecto, and Dexter have all entered free agency after leaving their respective organizations. Rix will stand in for Biggie Zero due to health issues. And lastly, 500 bench ships after failing to qualify for the major. I am still open to skin donations, and a reminder to join my Discord. Please like, share, and subscribe. On that bombshell, that was all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!